Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Prochem Academy. We are discussing atomic structure of class 8 video classes now of ICSC. Now in previous videos I have discussed the last day I have discussed about the Bohr atomic theory. Now I have told you in Bohr's atomic theory that how the postulates of Bohr's atomic theory and how the total number of electrons, maximum number of electrons counted in a particular orbital. Now just I am remembering that one again, that what Bohr has told, that electron will rotate around the circular orbit revolving the nucleus in a circular orbit revolving the nucleus in a certain stationary orbit. Okay, and those orbits are nothing but will be named as K, L, M, N, like this. Okay, the first orbit will be named as K and L, M, N, like so on. Okay, now when an electron is revolving around nucleus in a certain orbit, say this electron is revolving in a K orbit. Now this electron will have a radius, that means the distance from the nucleus to the electron, that is radius, and as it is a particle, so it will have a mass, that is m, and it will have a velocity because it is rotating. So the velocity will be tangential to this circular orbit. Now if that electron having mass, velocity and radius, then while moving around the circular orbit, that electron will have a momentum, and here the momentum is angular momentum because that electron is rotating in a circular orbit. Now the angular momentum will be calculated as mass into velocity into radius, and it is equal to the h by 2 pi, integral multiple of h by 2 pi. Now here it will be nh by 2 pi because you have to mention the orbital name or the in which state the electron is there, the number you have to mention, that is nh by 2 pi. Now here this n integers 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, for k orbit the value of n will be 1 because it is the first orbit. For L orbit the value of n equal to, for m orbit is 3. So this one I have discussed. Now here h is Planck's constant, this comes from quantum theory, and here n is called quantum number. Now this theory I have discussed. Now again Bohr told that while revolving around the nucleus in an orbit, electron will neither gain energy nor radiate energy. But while it moving from one orbit to another orbit, that means it is moving from lower energy state to the higher energy state, it will absorb energy, and while moving from higher energy orbital to orbit to the lower energy orbit, it will release the energy. Likewise, we have to determine this is the theory, okay, of Bohr postulate. Now Bohr has told that this K, L, M, like that orbit will be there, and in different orbit, different number of electrons will be there. Okay, it is not like that in a particular same orbit all the electrons will be there. In different orbit, different number of electrons will be there. Now how we can count the number of electrons? That is by the rule 2n square. By this rule we can count the number of electrons present in a orbit, maximum number of electrons. Now here n is the quantum number, and for k orbit calculate the maximum number of electrons present in k orbit. Now how we will calculate? For k orbit value of n equal 1 because it is the first orbit from after nucleus. So 2n square, you will get 2 into 1 square, so 2. Okay, so in k orbit maximum number of electron is 2. For L orbit 2 into 2 square, that means 8. Maximum number of electron for L orbit is m, it is 8. For M orbit 2 into 3 square, that means 18. For N orbit 2 into 4 square, that means 32. Like that, so on. Now this will tell us that how an electron is placed in a particular orbit, so that we can write the electronic configuration. Okay, that's why you have to we can write the electronic configuration, and before that we have to know the atomic number of a particular element for a particular atom. Okay, now just I am writing a chart. You take the screenshot only. You can take the screenshot or you can write it in a copy directly. Okay, understood? Now see, element, atomic number. Now atomic number means number of proton present in the nucleus. Number of proton present in the nucleus of an atom for an element, and it is the equal to the number of electron. Equal to the number of electron. Okay. Now hydrogen, atomic number 1 is 1. That means 1 electron is there. 1 electron is there. For lithium, for helium, 2 electron. For lithium, 3 electron. For beryllium, 4 electron. For boron, 5. For carbon, 6. For nitrogen, 7. Okay. Take the screenshot of this one or write it. Just I am erasing. I think you can write hydrogen 1, helium 2, lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7. Done. Now Cl by I am writing. Okay. Oxygen 8, fluorine 9, neon 10, sodium 11, magnesium 12, aluminum 13, silicon 14, phosphorus 15. Take the screenshot. Okay. Now sulfur 16, chlorine 17, argon 18, potassium 19, and calcium 20. So for your class you have to remember up to 20. Up to 20 you have to remember. Okay. Now from this atomic number we will get to know how many electrons are there in the in a particular orbit for an atom. That means we have seen from that last calculation that in k orbit there should not be more than 8 electrons, more than 2 electrons. Only maximum number of 2 electrons can be there in k orbit. Okay. For L orbit maximum number of electron is 8. For M orbit maximum number of electron is 18. So likewise we can write the number of electron in a particular orbit present for a particular atom, and that will be called as electronic configuration. Okay. And from that electronic configuration you have to draw the orbital picture, orbit picture actually. That means energy state picture. Now how we can draw that one? See, for hydrogen its atomic number is 1. Now what is the electronic configuration? It has 1 electron, that means that electron will be placed in k orbit. Okay, this is the electronic configuration. How to write the electronic configuration? Okay. Now how you will draw? You will draw a nucleus giving positive charge and neutral, that is neutron. After that, this is a circular orbit, k orbit. You can draw another orbit, L orbit, but 1 electron will be there for k orbit. Electron you write like this, E minus. This is the orbit picture for hydrogen. Likewise you can draw the for helium also. Helium, what you can draw? He. This is 2, k orbit 2 electron. Maximum number of electron can be there for 2 k your k orbit, it is 2. So that 1 electron can be placed in this k orbit. No problem will be there. So the electronic configuration becomes k equal to 2. Okay. For lithium you say Li 3. What is the electronic configuration? Maximum number of electron can be there for k orbit, it is 2. But lithium has 3 electron. So another electron, the last electron, will go into the next orbit, that means L orbit. So here electronic configuration, in k orbit 2 electron and in L orbit 1 electron. Done. Now you have written this one. Take the screenshot. Now for beryllium, how many electrons are there? 4. So in L orbit maximum number of electron is 8. So in k orbit 2 electron and in L orbit 2 electron can be there, because in L orbit maximum number of electron is 8. So L in L orbit 2 electron can be present. Okay, so this is the electronic configuration. You put it here. Beryllium, take the screenshot. This is the beryllium orbital picture, orbit picture actually. Now for boron, how we will do? Another electron will be in L orbit. Same. Up to 8 we can do. Up to 8 will be placed in L orbit. Beryllium electronic configuration 2,3, that means in K2 and L orbit 3 electron. Okay. Now for boron, beryllium, boron for beryllium is 4, that means for beryllium 4 electron. Okay, 2. Understood? For beryllium this one, and for boron 5 will be there, that means 2 electron in K orbit and 3 electron in L orbit. Okay. For carbon, atomic number is 6. Atomic number is 6. So 2 electron in K orbit and 4 electron in L orbit. Done. For nitrogen, atomic number is 7. Atomic number is 7. So 2 electron in K orbit and 5 electron in L orbit. Okay. For oxygen, atomic number is 8. So 2 electron in K orbit and 6 electron in L orbit. Done. Very easy. Now for fluorine, you have taken the screenshot. This one. Take. Now for fluorine, in K orbit 2 electron and 7 electron in L orbit. I think you can understand easily. Okay. Now next, it is done. Now next, neon having 10 electron. So in K orbit 2 electron and L orbit 8 electron. Now this is called this neon is called a noble gas, and this is very stable. Individually it is stable because it has 8 electron in its outermost shell, so it will not react with other elements. Okay, so neon is very stable, and neon, that is why it is called noble gas, and it is the orbital picture of orbit picture of neon. Okay, now sodium having 11 electron. So in L orbit highest number of electron can be 8. So you have to draw another. Orbit, and it is M orbit. So what is the electronic configuration of sodium? In K2, L8 and M1. 1 electron in the M orbit. Okay, likewise you will draw, and this can be done up to your argon. Okay, what is the electronic configuration of argon? Just I am telling. Argon is 18. In K orbit maximum number of 2, L orbit maximum number of 8, and M orbit maximum number of 8. Now I have told you that maximum number of electron can be present in M orbit is 18. Okay, but for potassium and calcium exceptions are there, and you have to read in your class as exception. Okay, as these two are alkali metal, this one potassium is alkali metal and calcium is alkaline earth metal. Okay, so for these two, as the valency is +1, potassium is +1 and calcium is +2, so the last orbital electron shows the valency. So for potassium, the last orbit will contain 1 electron. So for this one, potassium and calcium, the electronic configuration will be like this. In K orbit 2, L orbit 8, M orbit 8 electron, and in next N orbit 1 electron will be there. And it is an exception. 18 electron will not be there for that means the K equal to L equal 8, M equal 9 we cannot write. Okay, to show the valency. Now here for potassium calcium also, in K orbit 2, L orbit 8, M orbit 8, and for N orbit 2 electron. Okay, these two you have to take as a exception. So likewise you can draw the electronic configuration, and you can draw the orbit picture. Okay, So today's video is up to this. So if you like this video, then do like and subscribe my channel so that I can make more videos for you. Okay, so thank you.